The Universal One by Dr. Walter Russell. The Universal One, Volume 1, First Principles. Book 1, Chapter 7, Concerning Appearances. During man's evolution in a universe of motion, the complexity of appearances have bewildered him into forming wrong concepts of reality and unreality. Man's life has been given so ardently to the observance of complex phenomena of appearances that appearances have become his facts, and the one reality has become mere conjecture. Man thinks of dependability in terms of solids, those apparent things which respond to his senses. His dependable reality is form in matter. Man thinks undependability in terms of things etheric, those things which do not respond to his senses. His unreality is spirit. Man must learn to alter his concept of the reality of solidity to the reality of mind as the source of the illusion of that solidity. He must learn that the one substance of mind is the only reality. He must learn to consider form as only an appearance of reality in a lower octave of the material substance of mind, over which he has control within the limitations of mind. He must learn to consider matter as the substance of mind, and form in matter as but the registration of his thinking. He must learn that he is mind, and that mind is omnipresent, omniscient, and omnipotent. Until man learns that he is mind, he will be the slave of the illusions of mind, instead of which he may be their master and a creator of these illusions. Man's universe is a universe of motion. Man's body is an aggregate of particles in motion. Man is accustomed to motion. His mind is adjusted to apparent facts of matter which cannot be actual facts, for they are all conditioned by space, time, and motion. A conditioned fact cannot be a fact. It merely appears to be a fact. That a certain ball weighs a pound is a conditioned fact. Apparently the ball does weigh that much. The fact is conditioned upon keeping the ball at the same distance from the ground. Lift it 1 foot and it weighs less than a pound. Keep it at the same height and still its weight varies with the movement of the stars in space. That a ball drops to the ground in a vertical line is a conditioned fact. Apparently the ball does drop straight toward the earth. In reality, the line is curved, the curve being conditioned by the rotation of the earth and its movement through space. This idea may be clarified by imagining a man suddenly created, full-grown and highly educated. This man differs from other men in only one respect. He has not had a lifetime during which to adjust his mind to the relativity of things in his universe of motion, as others have had. He knows all the supposed facts of things, but he has still to learn their apparent relationships. He has yet to find that things seem to be what he knows they are not. Such a man would find himself in a most bewildering world, a world of very complex effects of very simple causes. He knows that men are of about the same size, yet before him is a giant, a huge man among pygmies. The man 10 feet away must be a dwarf, and the group across the street mere toys. The sun he knows to be vast, hot and white, and the world small in comparison. Yet the sun is only a dinner plate and deliciously warm. Lo, it turns red and plunges into the sea. The world is huge and has swallowed the little sun. He knows the world is round, but here it is before him flat. A speck appears upon the horizon. It can be nothing. In an hour it is a little boat like those in the children's pond, to be carried home on the end of a string. Yet there are 1,000 tons in that toy, and 50 men curse up wind as they reef their sails with the brine of the wind in their eyes, and the howl of the wind in their ears. The moon rushes out from behind the hill and runs as he runs and stops as he stops. Just a little moon it is, with toy mountains. It runs away and hides behind some chimney pots. That mountain is blue and this one green. That one is flat like a stage drop scene. This one has fields with grey stone walls and roads with many trees. That is a very little mountain, for lo, the ox on the ridge has blotted it out. It is gone. No, here it is back again, and the ox has gone. Where did the mountain go? How did it come back? And where has the ox gone? The road on the opposite hill stands on its end, but it lowers itself as he goes down the road on his hill, and the opposite hill itself flattens. It squats down behind the trees on his road, or do the trees rise up and grow gigantic as he moves? The iron rails, spreading wide at his feet, meet in a point out there. A railroad train grows from a speck to a match to a box, and thunders past, a ponderous thing, shaking the earth in its fearsome passing. What magician has wrought this miracle? This new-made man knows of the majesty of 10 billion suns which blaze in the firmament of night. Their hot fire pits swirl in 100,000-mile pools of swirling. Where is the glory of these fearsome orbs? Their ardent fires are twinkling candles snuffed out by breathing of soft-blown winds. The Milky Way is but a mist blown across the darkness of night. For such a man time only could adjust his mind to the relativity of appearances and the conditions of facts. Ah, wheel! The universe of man is but a kaleidoscope turning, ever turning, and complexing with its turning. This universe of form is a universe of integration, disintegration, and reintegration. All form integrates through that contractive, gravitative state of motion which has the apparent power of attracting particles in motion into closer proximity to each other. Disintegrates through that expansive, repulsive, radiative state which has the apparent power of separating particles in motion. And reintegrates through a union of both forces by regenerative impact in inertia. If you are finding value in my channel, please consider supporting me to bring you more quality productions by liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, sharing with your network, and if you are in a position to do so, by leaving a donation, and you can find a link to do this in the description box below. Thank you.